YouTube has become a place where mental health has become prevalent and in the forefront. But here's the problem I'm finding. We're seeing all these displays of bad mental health, but we aren't seeing any displays of people literally asking for the help so that we may try and help you. That's what this is that.
I am M. Bernadette, and this is my third life.
To talk to you guys about a serious subject, and it's about your mental health. I wanted to read something to you if I could, you guys, really quick. This is something I wrote last year, and it just says your mental health is very much an important part of you as every other part of your life. And you should be taking care of it as such, evaluating it, looking at it in the physical and in the spiritual ways. And if I may speak to the women for a moment, even the men, as women, you wouldn't go all of your life or a couple of years or portions of your life without getting your annual checkups, without checking your breast exam and getting your mammograms and everything done, and men, your prostate checks and just your overall checks. So if we don't forego those things, or we shouldn't be, in this 21st century, in 2019, we should not be foregoing our exams the way we need to. I know healthcare is not the easiest and the best place right now, and it's not in a good position right now, but I know for a fact, because I have done it, there are mental health facilities in many different cities and states where, yeah, you might have to wait, but you can get seen and taken care of. And you can go to the VA as well. But I just wanted to say this to you guys. Again, if you were a spiritual person, you wouldn't go every Sunday without checking on your spiritual health. So why do you go week by week, month by month, year by year, checking on your mental health? So why do we ignore our mental health? To make sure we're not slipping into mental illness. Because see, here's the thing about mental illness, guys. It doesn't just happen to you. There are subtle signs, subtle things that go on, subtle things that happen that make you aware that you're slipping into mental illness or your mental health is a little off. There are signs to show us those things. And also, I want to remind you, it can just come upon you. So if you're not even remotely aware of who you are and have evaluated yourself and how you act, how you respond to certain medications, certain situations, you could find yourself right in the middle of a mental health crisis and not even be aware of it. Especially young men, because there is this brief period of time where young men are really susceptible to mental health up until they're about 26 years old. It's from, I believe, the 20-year-old to about 26 years old. There is a very, because their minds are so impressionable at that time for men, they tend to slip into mental health issues. And then we see a lot of them are taking their own life in their hands, and here's the thing about that. I never tell anyone, oh, don't do that. You're going to disappoint so many people. So many people are going to be hurt. I simply say, you're going to miss out on what could go well, what could be fixed, what could go right in your life that you weren't giving it a chance to give. Don't miss out on your greatness. Don't cut yourself short. Okay? just wanted to say that. And if I could finish this, so why do we ignore our mental health? Why do we not sit down and talk to someone about the things that are bothering us? YouTube has become a place where mental health has become prevalent and in the forefront. But here's the problem I'm finding. We're seeing all these displays of bad mental health, but we aren't seeing any displays of people literally asking for the help so that we may try and help you. We're not seeing the videos on here. This is what I'm going through, and this is how I got through it. And I know you can make it. But guess what? This is that video. I'm going to tell you how you can make it through. I'm going to tell you how I made it through, and you can make it. You can make it. So if you know for a fact, even as when we get sick in our bodies and we're not feeling well, we get medication. We go get something from the store if your allergies are bothering you. It's an allergy tablet. If it's your, you have a cold, you go get some Tylenol, cold and sinus and flu, and you get you some Theraflu, some honey and all. But when it's your mind, you won't sit down and evaluate. Why is that? We've got to move past that, people. We've got to move to a place where we go talk to somebody. And I'm not talking about over some weed and over a drink. I'm talking about talk to somebody who really know how the mind works, who really know how it ticks, who really knows what to do in your situation. We got to talk to somebody. Just like you would get a bandage if you cut yourself, you need to get a bandage if this isn't going. If your thinking is off and your actions are out of place and you're making decisions that aren't great, talk to someone. I'm going to post the helpline for you guys at the end of this video in the comment section as well as in the description. I'm going to close with this. Get your mental health evaluated. It is just as important, if not more important than any other factor in your life. Because you could have a stellar body, six-pack. You can go see Dr. Miami. You can get this lifted, that tucked, and this here and this there. But you can never get this replaced. You only get one, and you gotta take care of it. We gotta do better as African Americans, as a community. We gotta do better with our children, opening up spaces for them to talk, letting them know it's okay to see a doctor. It's okay to get medication if you need it. We've got to have these conversations with one another. Sometimes your chemical or your chemistry, your balance is off. Something happened in his jargon. And now it needs to be put back in line. It needs to be put back in place. And you may need to take some medication for that. So with that being said, in these days and time, mental health is challenging, if not more than ever. But if you put your mental health first, you can really work through this. Don't put your mental health in jeopardy every single day. And every single day you go out there in the streets to work or wherever, and you haven't dealt with your issues, you're not only putting yourself in harm, but you're putting others in harm as well. If you're wondering why there's so much chaos and displaced anger and deflection and so much going on in your life, get a mental health check. Go talk to somebody. Start with your friends and family. Ask them, have you been off? I shared with you guys a few months back that I was anguishing over getting back on medication for depression. And let me tell you, I'm glad I did, because I saw the signs. When I look back, I see the things that I was doing and the ways that I was acting and the places I was going was causing me an immense, an intense, a colossal amount of stress. So what did I do? I cut off all those things that were stressing me. I'm back into my meditation. I'm relaxed. My mind is focused. Now I'm gonna get this body to line up. It's too late for summertime, fine, but I may be able to catch wintertime. Whoa. But I said all that to say this. I love you guys. I want the best for you. I want the best mental health for you. Take care of your mind. You only get one. I love you and you can't take it back. Mwah.